What if there are worlds where fire rains from the heavens, where darkness devours light, and where the very rules of nature bend and break? These are not the creations of nightmares. These are real planets, scattered across the vastness of space, the most terrifying planets ever discovered. In our search for planets beyond our solar system, scientists have uncovered over 5,500 exoplanets, and counting. Among them are worlds that defy imagination, places where survival is utterly impossible, and nature turns deadly in ways we can barely comprehend. But here's the truth. We've only just begun to explore the mysteries of the universe. What makes a planet horrifying? Is it the fire and molten lava, the crushing air that poisons every breath? Or is it something stranger, alien worlds that rewrite the rules of reality itself? Imagine standing on a planet where the ground beneath your feet isn't solid. It melts into rivers of lava, flowing endlessly at temperatures exceeding 2,500 degrees Celsius. That's hot enough to liquefy steel. This is Kepler-10b, a molten nightmare of a world that challenges our very idea of what a planet can be. Kepler-10b is incredibly close to its star, about 20 times closer than Mercury is to our Sun. This proximity creates a phenomenon called tidal locking, meaning one side of the planet is always facing the star, locked in a perpetual day. Here, temperatures soar to unimaginable extremes. The other side remains in permanent darkness, freezing and lifeless. There's no middle ground, no place to hide. This planet's surface is a battlefield between fire and ice, where survival is not just unlikely, it's impossible. K2141b, supersonic winds and vaporized rocks. If you think Kepler-10b is extreme, let's take a trip to K2141b, a world where rocks don't just exist, they live. Here, the weather cycle is something out of a nightmare. The surface is so hot, it vaporizes rocks into gas. Winds traveling at supersonic speeds, over 5,000 kilometers per hour, carry this vaporized rock to the planet's colder, darker side. There, it condenses and falls as rock rain in a fiery storm that never ends. K2141b isn't just a planet. It's a living, breathing system of fire and destruction. The endless cycle of evaporation, transportation, and rainfall creates a terrifying environment where nothing could survive, not even the hardest materials we know. These planets of fire and lava remind us of the incredible diversity of the universe. They are worlds that defy our understanding of life, places where even the toughest earthly metals would melt and vanish. And yet, they exist, proof of the universe's infinite possibilities. Could these planets hold secrets about the early days of our solar system when Earth itself was a fiery, molten world? Or are they simply a glimpse of what lies ahead for distant, alien planets in their violent final days? Planets of eternal darkness. TRES-2b, the darkest known planet. In a universe filled with shining stars and glowing planets, there exists a world so dark it absorbs nearly all the light that reaches it. This is TRES-2b, the darkest planet ever discovered, a place where night is eternal. TRES-2b is a gas giant, much like Jupiter, but with one eerie difference. It reflects less than 1% of the light from its star. That's darker than coal, darker than black paint, darker than anything we've ever seen in the universe. Scientists believe this darkness is caused by exotic chemicals in its atmosphere, like titanium oxide, that trap incoming light. But why is TRES-2b so uniquely dark? That remains a mystery. Imagine standing on TRES-2b. There's no ground beneath your feet, only thick, churning clouds of gas. The faint glow from its star barely pierces the darkness, and the world around you is an endless, suffocating shadow. What secrets might be hidden in the depths of this eternal night? PSOJ3 18.5-22, the rogue planet. Now, let's leave the darkness of TRAS 2b and travel to a planet even more unsettling. Meet PSOJ3 18.5-22, a rogue planet, a world without a sun. PSOJ3 18.5-22 isn't part of the solar system. It drifts alone through the cosmos with no star to call home, no warmth, no light, just an endless, freezing void. This planet is incredibly young by cosmic standards, just 12 million years old. Its internal heat still glows faintly in the infrared spectrum, but that heat is fading. One day, even this faint light will be gone, and the planet will become an invisible wanderer, forever lost in the dark. Rogue planets like PSOJ3 18.5-22 challenge everything we know about planets. How did it form? Was it ejected from its star system, or was it born in isolation? These questions remind us that space isn't just a place of light and discovery. It's also a place of loneliness and endless night. TRAS 2b and PSOJ 318.5-22 are more than just strange planets. They are reminders of the universe's infinite diversity and its capacity for mystery. They show us that darkness isn't just the absence of light. It's a realm of unknowns, a place where the rules we understand no longer apply. In the endless night of the universe, these planets pose the ultimate question. Are they unique horrors, or are they echoes of something far more common, hiding in the shadows we cannot see? Planets of deadly atmospheres. HD 189733b, razor-sharp glass winds. From a distance, HD 189733b looks peaceful. Its rich blue color might remind you of Earth, a calm ocean world perhaps. But this serene beauty hides a deadly secret. Up close, HD 189733b reveals its true nature. Its atmosphere is a raging storm of chaos, with winds howling at over 8,700 kilometers per hour, 7 times the speed of sound. And if that wasn't enough, the air here carries tiny shards of glass. These silicate particles are whipped through the storm, creating razor-sharp winds capable of shredding anything in their path. Imagine standing here. The winds tear at you from every direction, while the glass particles cut and slash. The sky above isn't blue because of oceans. It's blue because of light scattering through these deadly silicate storms. It's a planet of impossible beauty and unimaginable danger. Venus-like exoplanets. Cautionary tales. Now let's look at another kind of deadly atmosphere. Worlds that remind us of our own solar system's cautionary tale. Venus. These Venus-like exoplanets are worlds where greenhouse gases have spiraled out of control. Thick atmospheres of carbon dioxide trap heat, turning the surface into a furnace. Temperatures here reach over 460 degrees Celsius, hot enough to melt lead. The crushing pressure of the atmosphere is 90 times that of Earth, equivalent to being nearly a kilometer underwater. No human or machine could survive here for long. And if the heat and pressure weren't enough, the clouds are made of sulfuric acid. Raindrops form in these toxic clouds, but before they can reach the ground, they evaporate in the scorching heat, creating a deadly acid haze. These planets aren't just rare anomalies, they're warnings. They show us what happens when a runaway greenhouse effect takes over, turning a once habitable world into an unlivable hellscape. When we look at these deadly atmospheres, we're reminded of the fragility of our own planet. What if Earth's atmosphere changed? What if the balance that makes our world livable was tipped, even slightly? These planets show us two faces of danger: the violent, storm-tossed chaos of glass-filled winds, and the slow, suffocating heat of a world trapped by its own greenhouse gases. They are more than scientific curiosities. They are cautionary tales. How many more planets like these are out there? How many stories of beauty, danger, and destruction remain untold, waiting to be discovered in the vastness of space? Planets of gravitational chaos, HD 80606b, the planet with the wildest orbit. Imagine a planet so torn between extremes that it doesn't know where it belongs. This is HD 80606b, a world with the most chaotic orbit ever discovered. Most planets, like Earth, orbit their stars in nearly circular paths, keeping temperatures relatively steady. But HD 80606b is different. Its orbit is so stretched out that it swings far from its star for most of the year, only to whip dangerously close during its closest approach. When HD 80606b is far from its star, temperatures plunge to a frigid minus 200 degrees Celsius, freezing the planet in icy darkness. But when it swings closer, its surface is blasted with intense heat, soaring to over 1,200 degrees Celsius in just a few hours. It's as if the planet is torn between two worlds, one side scorched by fire, the other frozen in ice. These wild temperature swings trigger enormous storms. Winds roar across the planet at speeds of up to 17,000 kilometers per hour, trying to redistribute the heat. But even these winds can't bring balance to such a chaotic world. Gliese 436b, the burning ice planet. If you thought HD 80606b was strange, meet Gliese 436b, a world where fire and ice exist side by side. Gliese 436b is a Neptune-sized exoplanet where water behaves in ways we can barely imagine. Its immense gravity and high pressure compress water into an exotic state known as hot ice. Hot ice isn't like the ice in your freezer. It's ice that stays solid even at temperatures of over 400 degrees Celsius, trapped in this strange state by the planet's crushing gravity. This creates a surreal landscape of burning ice, where the surface glows from heat, but the water never melts. But that's not all. Surrounding Gliese 436b is a thin layer of superheated water vapor, as if the planet is wrapped in a boiling mist. It's a world that defies physics as we know it, a place where fire and ice coexist in a delicate, deadly balance. Planets like these remind us of the incredible diversity of the universe. They stretch the limits of our imagination, showing us how gravity, pressure, and heat can create environments that seem to defy logic. On HD 80606b, we see a world caught between fire and ice, torn by its wild orbit. On Gliese 436b, we see the surreal beauty of burning ice, a phenomenon that challenges what we think we know about water and heat. These worlds are both chaotic and mesmerizing. They remind us that the universe is far stranger and far more wonderful than we ever imagined. Planets of cosmic annihilation, WASP-12b, the cannibal planet. Not all planets live forever. Some are torn apart in slow, agonizing deaths, like WASP-12b, a planet caught in a battle it cannot win. WASP-12b orbits so close to its star that it completes a full revolution in just one Earth day. This proximity comes at a terrible cost. The star's immense gravity is pulling the planet apart, stripping away its outer layers and consuming them in a fiery embrace. This process, called tidal disruption, has turned WASP-12b into an elongated egg-shaped world. Its atmosphere is literally being eaten by the star, and in just a few million years, nothing will remain of it. WASP-12b is in its death throes, a vivid reminder that even planets are mortal. As beautiful as this destruction may look, it's also a sobering sight. It reminds us that the universe is as merciless as it is magnificent, and that everything, even a mighty planet, has an end. Planetary collisions and destruction. While some planets are consumed by their stars, others meet their end in cataclysmic collisions. Imagine two planets locked in a gravitational dance, drawn closer and closer until the inevitable collision occurs. When planets collide, the energy released is beyond anything we can imagine, millions of times greater than the most powerful nuclear bomb on Earth. Entire worlds are vaporized, and the resulting debris can form new planets, moons, or even rings of material orbiting nearby stars. But the chaos doesn't end with the collision. For millions of years, the debris from such an event can linger, reshaping entire star systems. It's destruction on a cosmic scale, but it's also creation. From chaos comes new beginnings. These violent collisions may seem rare, but they've shaped the history of our own solar system. Scientists believe that Earth's moon was born from such a collision, when a Mars-sized planet crashed into the young Earth billions of years ago. The destruction of planets, whether consumed by their stars or shattered in collisions, shows us the immense power of the universe. It's a power that doesn't discriminate. Every star, every planet, every system is subject to its relentless forces. Yet, in this destruction, there's a strange beauty. WASP-12b's death feeds its star, giving it new energy. Planetary collisions create the building blocks for future worlds. The universe destroys, but it also rebuilds. Perhaps this is the ultimate lesson of the cosmos. Nothing lasts forever, but even in the end, there is the potential for something new. From annihilation comes transformation, a constant cycle of death and rebirth that defines the universe itself. Throughout this journey, we've seen planets of fire and lava, places where storms of glass rage endlessly, and worlds locked in eternal darkness. We've glimpsed the chaotic beauty of gravitational battles and the slow, inevitable destruction of planets devoured by their stars. These are the most horrifying planets we've ever discovered. Yet, in their chaos, these planets remind us of something profound. They show us the incredible power of nature, the beauty that can emerge even in destruction, and the resilience of the cosmos. Every storm, every fiery explosion, and every gravitational collapse is a testament to the universe's endless creativity. These horrifying worlds are part of a much larger story, a story of chaos and order, of destruction and rebirth. They remind us of the fragility of our own planet and the extraordinary balance that makes Earth a sanctuary for life. But if we've found planets this strange and terrifying already, what else might be out there? Could there be worlds even more horrifying, or perhaps just as wondrous? And if so, would we dare to visit them? These questions remind us that exploration isn't just about seeking answers. It's about embracing the mysteries that lie ahead, daring to wonder what the cosmos still holds for us. The universe is vast, unpredictable, and endlessly fascinating. Somewhere out there, in the infinite dark, the next chapter waits to be discovered.